Hello everyone, Seraphin here. Thank you for joining me on some more Fire Emblem Blazing Sword. We are going to go right back into it where we left off. We picked up and finished chapter 15 last time, so we're going to move on to chapter 16, Whereabouts Unknown. So we managed to make it back to Kaelin in time to help protect Lynn and her comrades. And now we have to move into the castle and clean out whatever resistance is still inside. It looks like there's quite a few of them. Including what looks like a big scary general. My favorite! I actually do really like generals. They are probably my favorite unit class in this whole game. Barring paladins, of course, because, well, they're just awesome. I like the big beefy guys that can take a lot of hits and dish it right back out. I'm not the biggest fan of like the quick, nimble, frail people. And I know that it tends to be that speed and evasion is king a lot of the time in these games because sometimes you just can't take as many hits as you'd like to be able to, but that's always been my go-to strategy whenever I need someone to do a lot of damage and not take a lot in return. So, half of the Kaelin guards were killed in this surprise attack. They must not be all that efficient. Or there might not be that many of them, I guess. So we actually have a sub-objective in this game, and I will go into that once we get to the map here. Thankfully, not a lot of interlog here. So we're gonna pick the same guys we had last battle, but we're gonna add in Kent and Lynn. I do want to bring Florina, so we're gonna finally drop off Dorcas since he's just not quite pulling his weight. All right, that was good. And then we have, you see, we have a red gem here that we picked up last chapter, so I'm going to sell that. Gems such as these, there's a red one worth 2,500, a blue one worth 5,000, and a white worth 10,000. They have no purpose other than to be sold for cash, so I'm just going to sell that real quick. So if you do manage to pick up any of those gems, hoarding them is utterly pointless. Just sell them, because money's important. Let's see here. I think we're still pretty well equipped from last chapter, so I don't think there's a whole lot to do. Let's get rid of this unnecessary stuff from last time. Kent doesn't need this horse slayer, I don't believe. And rather than have him use that steel sword, I'm going to give him the iron one because he's plenty powerful to take out people with just that. I would have preferred us. Oh, I do have a spare vulnerary because I stole one last turn. Let's give that to Kent, and Dorcas can just offload all his stuff. And so can Sane, and so can Will. Does anybody not have a vulnerary that needs one? Osmond does not need one. Let's give Rebecca a steel bow in case she needs a little extra punching power. And then who to give that armor or that horse slayer to? We are going to need that, spoiler alert, because there will be some very annoying cavalry reinforcements that we're going to need to deal with. And honestly, I think we'll just let Oswin have it. The heavy spear we don't quite need so much. Especially not on someone who's heavily weighed down by carrying the thing. So I think we're good here for the most part. I'll take a look at the map real quick. So here we are busting in through the castle's main gate here. We've got some archer opposition to deal with. And here we have another one of those enemy dark mages, which is, well, they're called shamans, but they wield dark magic. We have a treasure room over here. You'll see there's this prison cell. Basically, there's a couple of prison cells here. This one has stairs in it for some reason. There will be prisoners in this cell that we need to rescue at some point once the map actually starts. The resistance is pretty sparse, actually. We've got an enemy fighter here with a hammer. Effective against... So this is the axe equivalent of the heavy spear. This is good against knights. Anything else worth taking here? Oh, we have chest keys and door keys being dropped by people. And a couple more that can be stolen, it would seem. I don't think we're going to bother with that too much, though. Free vulneraries to steal from those guys. I like to steal as much as I can, but sometimes if it's something that's not quite worth going out of your way to get, then don't bother. We have the enemy general as the boss, Bernard. He's not all that intimidating, thankfully. He doesn't even have a ranged weapon to retaliate with, so we can pick at him from range with impunity. Then we got another treasure room here, guarded by armor knights. And if you're playing this for the first time, you do want to make sure that you bring Priscilla. It is very important. Even if you're not planning on using her as a healer, please bring her to this map. You'll see why in a moment. But we're going to get started. And because Melinda survived, you got another level up. Fantastic. Alright, so our goal here, we have a secondary objective, that is to protect these Kalen soldiers here. There are 3 of them. They don't have any weapons. And for each one of these soldiers that survives, we will get a bonus at the end. In fact, it's not per soldier, but you get a better benefit depending on how many survive. And we need to have at least 1 survive in order to get an extra chapter at the end of this. So our goal is going to be to protect these soldiers. You'll see Lucius is in here. He is our light mage friend from Lynn's Quest. He is a green unit at the moment, meaning he's not playable, but we will be able to recruit him. And the way that we will recruit him, I will show you once the time comes. And then we can just dig right into these guys here. There's this little offside here near the entrance. This is where those enemy cavaliers will spawn much later in the chapter, and they will be threatening Merlinus, so we need to leave somebody out here as a guard to protect him, and that's going to fall to Oswin to do. So I will not be using him primarily during the course of the chapter, but he will be set as my guard. And I'll have him here with the Horse Slayer to protect Merlinus. And we're going to tear into these poor archer guys. Let's see if Florina can deal with them on her own. She can. Perfect. Largely due to her strength bonus last chapter, no doubt. Let's see again who needs some bonuses here, some leveling up. Rebecca, Hector, Matthew, Lynn, Kent. Pretty much everybody except Ellawood and Urk is about equal right now. So Urk's a little high level because I spent some extra time training him, so we're going to leave him alone for a little bit, as much as we can. I'll let Rebecca take out this enemy archer. She does get hit in retaliation, but that's okay. And then we'll let's see if Ken can take this guy down. No, not quite. He's 1 shy. So, in that case, why don't we let Ellawood do it? He can damage him enough, and then Kent can come clean him up. Like I said, I'm not sure how he's getting through that really thick armor plating on the front with that pointy sword of his, but I guess we don't have to worry too much about it. Now Kent can finish this guy off easily. And then we're going to have, let's have a good enemy archer here. We're going to have Hector stand in front. He'll whip a hand axe at him. That'll be fun. And then we'll top off Ellawood real quick. I suppose I don't really need to be bringing Sarah to these chapters much anymore either, but I like having 2 healers as an option. But once we get into some of the later chapters where I need more combat units and fewer healers, I'll probably trade her out for somebody else. Alright, so who is this fellow? This gentleman apparently has a score to settle with Ostia. Something bad must have happened to him. Lord Raven. This gentleman's name is Raven. He is awesome. Does not give a single garbage crap. So out comes Raven. He was the guy that was in there earlier. I love hearing that noise so much. Alright, so you may be wondering, if we're supposed to rescue these guys and keep them safe, what's the problem? They're staying in there and they're not getting anywhere. Well, at some point, they're going to conveniently find a key to this door and bust themselves out and go try to kill everybody. And they're going to have a really miserable time of it because they're awful. So we need to make sure we get up here with enough time to save them. Especially before Raven has his way with them, because you can see he's pretty awesome. So Raven is a mercenary. He comes with a steel sword and rank C already. Impressive stats all around except for luck and resistance. He's got decent con at 8 as well. And before you ask, yes, he is recruitable, and we need to have just the unit to do so. You may be wondering, well, who in the heck is that? Well, it is none other than our resident healer, Priscilla. And you will see why that is the case when we get up there, if you haven't already figured it out. We're going to have Matthew go over here and poke this guy. And then as for dealing with that Dark Mage, I'm not really sure how to go about doing that effectively, but... let's have... Oh, putting her in range of a couple archers is not a good idea, so... let's avoid that. Maybe I'll have Kent right in here and do it. You know what? Hector can probably handle these guys, though he's not fast enough to. That's okay. I'll just wail on him here. Oh, he's gonna crit this guy. That's nice. And get a level out of it as well. If he can get some speed, that'd be fantastic. He did not. He got more skill, luck, and defense. He's only got 9 strength at level 10. Come on, Hector, you're better than that. This is very atypical for him. Normally he's leveling strength very, very quickly. So this is a little bit strange. Ellawood's even got more strength than him, which is very unusual. But I digress. Let's continue onward. I'm going to give Kent a javelin so he can whip it at these guys' faces. And we're going to let Hector have his hand axe. And then retreat Florina out of the way so she doesn't get picked off by that bow. And we get the rest of our forces marshaled here. It's going to be slow going for a little bit, because it's kind of bottlenecking with these tight quarters. And here comes more of these guys. Nicely done. And they'll probably go for... Oh, they're going for Kent again. I'm surprised they didn't go for Hector. Kent with the javelin, doing a good job. Doing the Lord's work here. By destroying heathens, I guess. I think we got maybe 2 or 3 more turns before those guys decide to break themselves out. So let's get Rebecca here to deal with that shaman. And we'll have Matthew right behind her. I believe Kent can ride into the fray here. Oh, jeez. Steel lance, you don't say. Well, maybe we don't want to deal with that quite yet. So I'll put Hector in the way instead. He can take on that armor knight. We'll put Ellawood right next to him, because they have a support bonus with one another. We want Priscilla to be toward the front. I know that sounds contradictory, but we want to get her to Raven as quickly as we can. Because if those soldiers break themselves out and Raven's still an enemy, then he will attack them and he will murder them all. And we don't want that. Osmond can stay where he is. Hector's gonna... Well, he's not... See, here's the problem. He's not strong enough to one-round this guy. It's a very, very big problem. Particularly for somebody who is not particularly fast and relies so much on strength and defense to get around. Yeah, Rebecca laughs at this guy. Even with that powerful flux hitting magic, still only did 6 damage to her, which is nice. A lot of archers. I kind of forgot how many archers they have on this map. So we're going to send Lyn up here to finish off him. Now, let's see here. Hector, once again, I don't think is strong enough to deal with that knight on his own. Florina can't one around this archer, so Kent will have to. Or I can have Elowood do it, probably. Oh yeah, perfect. Lots and lots of crits from Elowood, and I'm totally okay with it. It might end up being that he ends up being the best out of the 3 lords this playthrough, and you know what? I would not be upset about that. Normally, Elowood is kind of regarded as the worst of the 3. I tend to disagree. Hector is probably the best in terms of just raw power. But I think Elowood's a bit better than Lyn, only because Lyn will have issues dealing damage later on in the game, whereas Elowood is consistently strong enough to hurt things. And we're going to let Kent go to town on these archers, I think, with his javelin. Since I tend not to use those a whole heck of a lot. I can park her right here and she'll be fine. I don't want to put anybody right behind Kent, though, so right here is good. Let's get Rebecca up in here to deal with that guy. I'm going to heal her up first, though. Alright. So Kent should take out easily 3 of these guys or so. Steel bow, huh? Hopefully they don't all have one of those. I don't believe they do. Alright, fantastic. Luck. Luck is great, because Kent has problems with that normally. Get a free door key. And there's a critical javelin throw. Perfect. He might even level up from that last one. I guess we'll wait and see, won't we? Wow, 2 critical javelin throws in a row. Fantastic. And another level up. Alright, so just skill and HP. I'll deal with it. That's fine. I think we got maybe 2 more turns on those soldiers. Might even just be 1. Thankfully, they don't move the same turn that they bust the door down. And Raven can't get in there to go kill them, so even once they open the door, you have 1 more turn to get there in time, or at least handle Raven before they get there, then they'll be fine. Then you can worry about capturing them, or rescuing them while they're running along this stretch right here, because they're kind of bottlenecked in. Although I do believe reinforcements come from the stairs here and try to pick them off from range, so we do need to be careful about that. Is that all the archers? No, there's 1 more, but if I sit right here, we should be fine. Not quite enough. But I believe she will level up just from hitting him. Yep, just enough. More strength, speed. Oh man, good level up. Like that, I think she's going to be a good candidate for the Dragon Shields, and considering her defense is so pitiful. This is a level 10 Pegasus Knight, everybody. Remember what she looked like at level 1? This is ridiculous. In a good way. I definitely think we want to get Hector a few more power points if we can. Power points. Not presentations, ideally, but we're going to try to get him a little more experience. I want to get him to at least like 12 strength or so, then he'd be reasonably good. As long as each of the lords doesn't go over 16 by the time the I think it's chapter 24 is when that check happens. But let's see. I want to make sure Priscilla's out of range of being hurt. Problem is I need to get her up there as quick as I can, so... Let's just vulnerary with Kent. In case that axe wielder comes calling and has a pretty... He's got a hammer, though. He's not likely to hit with that. Hammer's got an abysmal hit rate. I think it's like 55% or something like that. And pick off this enemy archer with Rebecca. Oh, another steel bow. I have one of those, too. Man, those things hurt. Oh, so close. And then sadly, you know what? Since she's got a chest key, I'm just going to send Matthew back the other way. Probably should have thought of that before I sent him all the way down that way, but you know what? Matthew moves pretty quick, so we'll be okay, I think. Let's see what he does with this. Oh, jeez. Hope that archer doesn't have a steel bow. Man, with these crits, Kent! Holy smokes! I think Kent will be okay. And we got the hammer, which we don't need. The Wolf Bale's already effective against armor, and it's got a better hit rate than that thing, so... Really good at to vulnerary on him before I went into there. Yeah, I think next turn they're going to start breaking the door down, so... We're going to put Priscilla right here. But I'm going to put Kent next to her, so that she can heal him while he's waiting. He needs a full mend. There we go. We'll see if Florina can't take this guy down. Yes, she can. Perfect. So this map thankfully doesn't take all that long. I'll probably just finish it up. So this episode might run a little longer than 30 minutes, but that's okay. I just want to make sure we get in everything. It's not long enough to warrant splitting up. It's not. We're already most of the way finished with it, honestly. The only concern we have is dealing with those reinforcement cavaliers at the bottom when they show up, and even that's not that big a deal. Oh, shoot, I do need Matthew to open the door. Jeez. I'm just making all kinds of fun little mistakes here. Alright. So next turn, Raven will be our friend. Here's where they break the door down. Yep, called it. You hid keys and weapons. How did you manage that? Well, he can fight, just not without a tome. On our honor as Kalen Knights. Well, you didn't do a great job. Why are you giving me a brief description of magic? I don't need that. Thank you very much. I've already explained to you how magic works. So now we will talk to Raven with Priscilla. Yes, Priscilla and Raven are brothers, brother and sister, as indicated by the red hair. That's how you know. And his real name is Raymond, but he goes by Raven. So Priscilla's been living in Etruria this whole time, and now she's finally re-meeting up with her long-lost brother. How sweet. Yes, always with the mage, young mage escort. Hmm. And that's going to be awkward because they're like, hey, who are you? Oh, I'm just running around because I'm just going to join you because I want to. Yeah, okay, sure. Alright, so now we have Raven. He's our first mercenary, and probably one of my favorite character classes in this game. So we've already gone over his Amazeball stats, and we're going to continue to use him because he is amazing and I love him. So I'm going to go see if I can let him wreak some havoc in here. Not really against these Armor Knights, unfortunately, so I guess we're not using it until next chapter. But you know what? That's okay. And we're going to have Kent run over here and rescue some soldiers. Oh, shoot. I know what I can use Raven for. I need Raven to recruit Lucius. And then we're going to have Florian grab another one of the soldiers. And who can grab the last one? There we go, I got the door open. Now I can open these chests with my chest key. Hero Crest! Hero Crest is a promotion item for promoting mercenaries, myrmidons, and fighters at level 10 or up. So we need that, and I'm probably going to use it for Raven, but not right away because he's only level 5 anyway, but I want to get him as much experience as I possibly can. It's going to be very, very important. We'll send Urk up here. Alright, is that everybody? That was Oswin, obviously. The conversation took a long time. It's probably going to be close to something like a 40-minute episode, but I'm sure... Hey, there's some Cavaliers. Alright, so let's get dangerous. Oswin does not quite one-round these guys, even with the Horse Slayer. Wow. I guess we'll just Iron Lance them and let them attack me since they can't hurt me. We'll get Matthew up to the top there. Have Rebecca open another chest. And unlock... That's an unlock staff. So healers can use this to unlock doors from 1 to 2 spaces away. It's... I don't think I really ever used the thing, to be honest with you. We're going to Raven go this way so we can rescue people. And recruit Lucius, obviously. Kent can talk to these guards because he's one of the Kalen commanders. I guess I'll rescue them next turn. Priscilla can rescue one of them also. She's not concerned about weight limitations since she can't attack anyway. Do I have a door key to knock this door down? I don't believe I do. So I guess we're attacking them from distance. Oh, you know what? Hector can do it with his hand axe. I'd rather get him a little more experience than Urk, since Urk does not need it. Let's see here. Oh, that's about it. Suppose I can move the rest of the gang up toward the boss here. And once more, these poor knights will break their swords against Oswin's armor. So much fun. He's probably going to gain at least 1 level out of killing all these guys. I believe 6 of them spawn altogether. And here they come, bust out of the door. And we get an enemy shaman as reinforcement here. We're going to need to deal with him. Hector has pathetic resistance, but I think he's fast enough to double hit this guy. He surely is. So we'll situate him there. And I'll wait till somebody else comes around that can deal with that knight. Does he have a ranged weapon? Yes, he does. Let's get Matthew up there as quick as we can. I guess Rebecca can go with him. There's not a whole lot to do in this map, unfortunately. It's just running around, grabbing all the treasure, killing the boss, and getting the heck out. I guess I'm rescuing these guys, but even that's kind of inconsequential. Florina can talk to them, too. We'll grab him next turn. Actually, Ken can grab him now. Although I'd rather take the one from Raven, to be honest. Alright, next turn we'll grab Lucius with Raven. And we are going to use Lucius through this playthrough because he's one of only 3 light magic users in the game, and he's by far the best one. And light magic is... it's not all that powerful, but in Lucius's hand it's very impotent, and it's very good against enemy dark mages, and there are quite a few of those. And dark mages can turn into a big problem if you're not prepared. Once again, Hector not quite strong enough to one-round these guys, which is very pathetic. We'll do it to this guy, though. Unfortunately, his resistance leaves much to be desired. Alright, please get strength. Maybe some speed even, too. Strength, perfect. Luck and defense. Well, he's certainly a tank, that's for darn sure. Man, I never thought I'd see the day when I had to worry about Hector not getting strength. It's certainly an odd time. Finish off that guy. Let's top off Hector, too, for against that Dark Mage. I don't want to deal with that. He's not going to crit or anything, but just to be on the safe side. It's a sad thing we're not using Sarah, because she's turning out pretty darn good. Right, let me grab this other soldier. Priscilla can go all the way through here without getting hit by that shaman. Kent cannot. Wonder how he plans to do that. Lucius is like, okay. He's still level 7 from last time. He turned out alright. Needs a little more assistance though, especially in the luck department. Defense I could care less about. He's not going to get hit in melee very much. If he does, I'm doing it wrong. So, as soon as Matthew gets up to those chests, I think we'll be in a good position. Osmond's got a little more work to do over here. Probably going to end up breaking his lance against these guys. Still no speed from you, huh, Osmond? That's disappointing. I was hoping for more than that. But I suppose that's par for the course. Armor Knights are not generally supposed to have very much speed. They're ever so much fun to use, though. It's a very simplistic animation, but I love it. Maybe it's just the sound of that armor clanking around. Sorry if I'm being uncharacteristically quiet right now. It's because, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot to talk about at the moment. I remember the first time I played through this chapter, however, I did not know that there was a side quest to be unlocked, and that's a problem because there is something you get in the side quest of this chapter that if you miss, puts you in a really tough spot. So I'm definitely going to make sure that I pick it up. Alright, let's top off Hector some more here. Now I want to try to keep Priscilla and Urk together because I want to make the two of them support one another. So I'll try to keep them together as much as I can here. Lucius can probably make quick work of those shamans, but he's not close enough to do so. We gotta make sure Matthew finds his way up here some more. A few more turns and he'll be in range. Probably could have Elowood start working on those other knights over here with his rapier. Send Lynn to help him out. Yeah, looks like that's the last of the Cavaliers. Might get one more level out of them. If not, it'll be really, really close. Nope, not quite. Almost. Alright, Hector, mop this guy up. Then we'll all go home and eat cake. Probably not. There's no cake. Alright. Finish that up. Come on with the no strength again. Hector, you're better than this. Man, I'm having a really, I'm kind of two minds with this playthrough. Some characters are turning out really, really great, and others, like Hector, for example, not quite so much. We'll leave Lucius in range because he can easily dispatch that guy. In fact, I'm going to have Hector take out this Armor Knight first, because I can get a door key from him and open the door real quick. I'll crack that open next turn. Take this from you. And we'll have Elowood deal with these guys. They all have... Well, those two have javelins. Gotta be careful. I'll have Lynn behind Elowood for support, even though they don't have a support bonus yet. We're hoping to fix that at some point, I believe. Although the person that I intend to pair Elowood off with for the ending is not here yet. And even Elowood can take care of these guys in one round. His rapier isn't all that strong compared to the Wolf Bale, especially because it has a weapon disadvantage. But Elowood makes pretty decent work with it. Yeah, Lucius is gonna fry this poor guy. That light magic, it just sounds cool. Is that all the shamans? Yeah, it looks like it. Alright. A couple more turns and Matthew will have that treasure room looted. Let's get Hector up here. Poke this guy out of existence. Level up Elowood, that's good. 11. Skill and HP. I would like some more speed on you, sir. Let's top him off. What level is Lynn? She's level 9. She could do with some HP. Sure, she could do with some levels. We need Hector in here, too. Open up the door so Matthew doesn't have to waste a turn doing that. Oh, shoot. I did mean to keep Urk and Priscilla together. Looks like I screwed that up already. Raven and Lucius have a support with one another also, so I think I'll let them do that. Alrighty. Just gonna finish off this boss and we'll be all set. It's probably gonna take him at least 3 turns to do that. Just leave everybody outside here. Okay. Those two can stay there. Yep, that's what I thought. I think we'll let Lynn deal with this guy. Even without Hermione Katish, she can finish him off. That puts her at level 10. Skill, speed, resistance. Not bad. Not bad. And HP. It's always good. And then we'll finish the chapter next turn. A Night Crest. Perfect. That'll be for Kent. So we're going to give the old Wolf Bale a go here. Yeah, look at that. Just utterly creams this guy. He even looks like Oswin. The dark orange palette there. In fact, that's almost exactly what Oswin looks like as a general. They might have just used the same palette for that. Alright, Hector, strength time. Maybe some speed too? Okay, I'll take it. Strength, skill, defense. Still would like some more speed on him, but I'll take what I can get. Man, he's really not turning out as good as I wanted him to. I guess you can't have everything in the world, I suppose. Alright, we'll crack this chest open. Silver sword. Perfect timing, because I believe Ellawood has A rank in swords now. So we can use that. Perfect. And then we'll have Ellawood seize the throne here. All three Kaelin soldiers are protected. We've got Raven and Lucius, two of our potentially best members of our team. Oh no, it's Layla. Oh, Hector knows who that is. Alright, she's a spy. That was pretty quick. Well, that's good. I guess Effidel didn't quite kill her, or didn't quite kill him. And Layla, by the way, is a double agent, if you hadn't noticed already. She's been looking into this whole matter the entire time. Now we get quite a bit of seedy intrigue here. You believe it is true. Yes, the Black Fang has been around for 10 years, founded by Brendan Reed, based in Bern. Brendan Reed, however, is not this shadowy master that What's-His-Face was talking about. Mystery man named Nurgle behind Reed's wife. So that's where he gets involved in this entire situation. Effidel, yep, he's the shadowy, creepy, glowing eye assassin guy. The Dragon's Gate. Dun dun dun! Valor. The Dread Isle. Yes, it's a great name for it. You can't stop me. How quaint. And here comes the spoopy music again. His eyes glow golden. Yes, Matthew and Layla are both spies for Ostia. Oh yeah, Matthew and Layla have a thing. I don't know if that's been made evident at all just yet. And here's all 3 of those soldiers we saved. You'll take care of Lord Halston. What if those guys come back? Then you're going to be hosed. So we rescued all 3 of them and we get a red gem, which is great. And because we defended at least one of them, we get to have the side quest. So we will be accepting that. And I will get into said side quest next time. This particular run went a little long, but that's okay. Hope you don't mind the extra long episode just for once. Next time will be a little bit shorter, I believe, so we'll resume the normal schedule. But until then, I'm going to leave it right here. We'll pick up next time with Chapter 16X. So until then, thank you all very much for watching. This has been Seraphin. I hope you enjoy your evening.